Hello, dear friend. Myself, Dr. Atul Bihade. I am practicing ophthalmologist in Akola, Maharashtra. Today, we are speaking about the basic and regularly used procedure, that is autoclaving, in all our eye hospitals. Autoclaving is part and parcel of any surgical facility. It ensures 100% sterility of instrument and other things which we use in OT, thereby preventing chances of post-operative infection, that is endophthalmitis. Since we are specially talking here about ophthalmology, we are discussing here principles of autoclaving. Autoclaving is one of the cheapest and time-tested method of sterilization. There are different options available in commercial market for the autoclave. Autoclave is basically a metal cylindrical drum used for creating the steam under pressure. It has different wall, it has inlet and outlet and a pressure release valves. There are different types of autoclave like horizontal autoclave, vertical autoclave. Some modern autoclaves like the B class autoclave and class S are also available. Principles of autoclaving is basically the moist steam under pressure. The operation principles: when the pressure is higher than atmosphere, that is when the pressure higher than atmosphere, higher temperature than 100 degrees Cc need to boil the water, that is normal water boils at 100 degree, but when we increase the temperature, we increase the pressure, the temperature required for boiling water is also raised. This steam contains high energy than usual. Autoclave makes pressurized saturated steam in a chamber passing electrical current through a heating element in controlled manner. This energized steam takes place required sterilization. This method is known as steam sterilization. Speaking of autoclave, most autoclave contains a sterilized chamber, that is sterilizing chamber to place articles, a steam jacket where steam is maintained. Steam flows from steam jacket into sterilizing chamber. Cool air is forced out. A special valve increases the pressure up to 15 pound per square inch, that is 15 pound per square inch above normal atmospheric pressure. There is a relation between pressure and temperature of steam at sea level. When there is no difference or zero difference above the atmospheric pressure, the temperature required for boiling water is 100 degree centigrade. That is, as all of we know, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. But at the pressure of 15 psi, that is 15 pound per square inch, a temperature of 121 degrees centigrade is required to boil the water. This is exactly a temperature which is required to kill all microbial spores and to ensure the complete autoclaving or sterilization. So this is exactly what happens during autoclaving. The temperature rises up to 121.5 degrees centigrade and the superheated water molecules rapidly conduct heat into microorganism. This time is reduced to 15 minutes to kill the bacterial spores. For denser objects like our linen and dressing material, up to 30 minutes of exposure may be required. Autoclaving is basically a wet sterilization or moist air sterilization. The mechanism of autoclaving is by coagulating and denaturing enzymes and structural protein of microbes and microbial spores. The resistant spore generally requires 121 degrees centigrade for 50 to 30 minutes. Used for sterilization of culture media and all other materials through which steam can penetrate. Moist heat is more effective than dry heat. Material used in autoclaves are generally our surgical instrument made up of metal and the titanium, linen, the cotton bandages and other dressing material are generally used in autoclave. but the material like plastic, acrylic, or rubber tubing, we generally doesn't use it in autoclave because of the higher temperature. It is preferable to have ETO done for this type of materials. The phaco tubing we generally use in our autoclave. There are different types of autoclave. The heat autoclave, the most common source of autoclaving is heating. Here the autoclave should maintain a temperature of at least to 46 degree for half an hour. Both dry heat and steam heat are used. For steam heat autoclave, heated vapors are used. Dry heat autoclaves are used for moisture sensitive surgical product or instrumentation. Then there are gas autoclave, the ultraviolet autoclave. This ultraviolet autoclave produce UV light that kills the unwanted disease causing organism. The gas autoclaves are nothing but our ETO sterilization. Then there is cold sterilization autoclave. Then there are laboratory autoclave and the other stovetop autoclave. To know whether the autoclave is proper or not, we use the quality of process. These are basically sterilization process indicator. They check instruments control parameter like temperature, time and pressure, chemical indicator, adhesive tape that go inside a component or on package. There are biological indicators. Spore indicator is placed in sterilizing load. After the process, it is incubated, analyzed and is determined if the cycle meets with sterilization. There are different types of indicator labels available in market. The Sigmolac and other class B indicators are also available. They changes color when the autoclaving is proper and we come to know whether the autoclaving is correct or not. These are basically a autoclave tree. It must be kept in mind that the instrument should not be mixed with one another during autoclaving because the sharp and delicate edges of instruments can get damaged. So the instruments are properly kept in the matrices provided in the autoclave box, and the drum should not be loaded fully. There should be some space for the steam to get around. So the take home practical message is get the autoclave ready. Always use the distilled water or at least the RO water for autoclaving. Get all instrument and linen pack. The drum should not be too loaded. Put the whatever indicator you have available like the class B or other indicator. After that, start the autoclave by putting on the power and the steam start to come out. The basic problem, if we lock the autoclave at this stage, the air get traps in and this air prevent the steam from reaching to the temperature of 121 degree centigrade, which is required for killing almost all the spores. So we have to get rid of this trap air. For this we have to release this pressure releasing valve for at least 10 minutes so that all the trap air get replaced by steam. Now we can run the autoclave. So in short, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to get the steam ready or to get the pressure built up, and after that this 15 psi pressure and temperature of 121 degree for 30 minutes is sufficient for all ophthalmological instruments and materials. So the total period of 45 minutes or total cycle of 45 minutes is required for autoclave. When the 45 minutes are completed, we put off the autoclave and allow the steam to release slowly. This cooling also take the another 10 to 15 minutes. So the total cycle of autoclaving comes around 1 hour. This is all about autoclaving. Hope this video help you in your procedure for autoclaving and you find it useful. Now this is clinical cleaning procedure basically for autoclaving. Thanking you.